Yeah, we are done with 11 questions so far. Now let's see about the 12th question in seating arrangements. This question is a bit special. Okay, question related to circle. Everybody please go through this 12th question. The question related to the circle arrangement. We already solved certain questions related to circle. I too agree. But the specialty in this question is four of them are facing outside and four of them are facing towards the center. So among 8 people, 4 are facing towards the center and 4 people are facing outside. And the problem in the question, we don't know who are the 4 people facing towards the center, who are the particular people facing outside. If they're given in the question, this is easy only. If this, so suppose let's say A, B, C, they are facing outside the center, E, F, G, H facing towards the center. If they mention the question, means okay, quite good. But they didn't mention that in the question, so kindly understand that point. Okay, here out of this total 8 people, 4 facing outside. Who is that? We need to track. Okay, so you can understand here E faces outside. The neighbors of D is facing outside. We have to track that. They didn't given directly that info, but we have to track. So first draw the layout. As we have 8 people, we can maintain equal distance. We solved questions related to circle already. Okay, so here we have 8 people and don't go for facing towards the center, not mentioned particularly. So I'm just giving 8 slots, that's it. These are the 8 slots. Among them, 4 people are facing towards center, 4 people are facing outside. We don't know who is the 4 people facing outside. We'll look into that, no issues. And here what they given, E faces outside. Both the immediate neighbors of E face the center. H sits second to the right of E. D sits third to the left of E. E is facing outside. You take some slot, okay, and assign for E. It's sure we should start at any point, no problem. Okay, I'm taking E here. E is facing outside. Listen everyone, when you are facing outside, your right and left is different. When you're facing towards the center, your right and left will be different. Here E is facing outside, okay, and the neighbors of E, is there anything given they mentioned? Yeah, both the neighbors of E are facing towards the center. E is facing outside. So those who are neighbors of E means these two people, E right and left are facing towards the center. Here not mentioned who are the people facing outside, that 4 people not given the list. Okay, here and there they mention E facing outside like that. The neighbors are facing towards the center. Okay, cool. What they given next information? First one completed. H sits second to the right of E. Wherever E is there, okay, H sits second to the right of E. I'm just trying to zoom the screen so that things will be visible for you. Here if you observe, H sits second to the right of E. So for E, H is second to the right. Okay. E is here, right is now like this. When you're facing outside, right is clockwise. Okay, now 1, 2. So H is second to the right of E. So H will be here. But whether H is facing towards the center, outside the center, we don't have idea. As of now, they didn't mention that in the question. Okay, H is second to the right of E. Okay, E, right is this, left is this, as you are facing outside. That's what the matter, my dear friends. When you're facing outside, your right and left is differ. When you're facing towards the center, your right and left is differ. So H is second to the right of E. Okay, good. And here they mention B sits third to the left of E. B is left of E. So E already we know B is left third to the left of E. First left, second left, third left. B will be here. B is third to the left of E. We don't know B is facing towards the center or outside also we don't know. H also we don't know. We know about E outside and the neighbors are facing towards the center. That's the only clarity. Right, so 3 people settled out of the 8 people. B, H, E we located. Next, related to B, H and E. My reference related to B, H and E, we need to search the statements. We already discussed in the previous session like arrange. Okay, then we have to go for the connected or related information. So related to B, H, E, This is D. D is not related to BHE. Here I have B. B sits third to the right of H. H third right is B. My dear friend, B and H already there, but okay, they clearly mention H. B sits third to the right of H. So from H right side should be B, third right. So H must be facing towards outside. H first right, second right, third right, B is there. Now I am able to decide H is facing outside. H first right, second right, third right is B. Before I don't know what is about B and H were facing outside or towards the center. Now I got the clarity. B is third to the right of H. So we got the input good. Now after this, here what is there on screen? BHE, right? There is no other statements related to BH and E. Then I have to arrange D faces the center. Neighbors of D are facing outside. F is immediate neighbor of D. This is corrected information. You can see D facing the center, neighbors of D outside, and F is immediate neighbor of D. So we need to place D, neighbor for that must be F, and D neighbors are facing towards the center. D facing the center, might be D here also. Okay, and other place also we can take, right? If suppose I take D here, D is facing the center, neighbor F required, neighbor F not possible. Here neighbor F is not possible. Okay, and D somewhere the two people adjacent to that should be facing outside. I can take D here, we'll do trial and error. D can be here, D can be here, D here, F here, that's one possibility, right? Or D here, F here, one possibility. We need to try all trial and error. I am taking D here. D is facing the center. Neighbors of D are facing outside. So E is already facing outside. This should be facing outside. Other candidate who is facing outside is this. We need to do trial and error whether D can be fit here or D can be fit here or here like that. We need to do a lot of trial and error. D cannot fit here because neighbors should be facing outside. This guy is already facing towards center. D cannot be here. So D, this one position you can do trial and error. The other position you can do trial and error is D here. D facing outside, here F. F also facing outside you need to take. Right, so fine. And F is facing outside clearly. Neighbors of D are facing outside. F is neighbor of D. We have already information. You can check that again. F is immediate neighbor of D. So F must be facing outside only. E facing outside, cool. H is facing outside right now. Next thing, what they given? G sits second to the left of A. C is immediate neighbor of G. C and G immediate neighbors. It can be CG or it can be GC also. G sits second to the left of A. For A, second left should be G. We need two slots, consecutive slots, because C and G are immediate neighbors. So two consecutive slots are available here. And one more thing, yeah, this should be among C and G. It can be CG or GC. The other thing, this should be A facing towards the center, and we have to go G is second to the left of A. A facing towards center, first left, second left. G should be here, and C is neighbor of G. C is immediate neighbor of G. C must be here. C is immediate neighbor of G. A is facing towards center. G is second to the left of A. A first left, second left fit. This is exactly the arrangement, and we don't know who is the fourth person facing outside. We know F, E, H are the facing outside. We need one more people. Four people facing outside, four people facing towards the center. We don't have two people who is facing towards center, one person who is facing outside. That we cannot conclude. That's the data we completed up to here. Data is there, we completed. Question is immediate right of H. Immediate right of H. Listen, H is facing outside. H immediate right is G. H is facing outside. For H, right is this, left is this. You need to live into that position. If you are in H position, right will be like this, left will be like this. So G is the one. Okay, option D. Answer is G. Option is D. Okay. Sir, why can't D in the other position? So some people may have a doubt. I'll address that also. So you try D in that place and you are finishing the arrangement. Why can't D in other things? I said we need to do trial and error. Yes. Okay, we divided 8 slots and we came to know few slots fixed light. I considered this guy is facing towards the outside. That's nothing but E. And we came to know this is B and this is H if I'm not wrong. I'll check once. This is fixed, yeah. BH is fixed. And yeah, with the other information, okay, B is start to the right of H because of that. And as E is facing to outside, neighbors of E must be facing towards the center. And we thought like, okay, D is not here. D here I taken. D here is not possible. D neighbor should be facing outside. This is facing towards center. D cannot be here. Now many people have a doubt like, sir, why can't D here? Why can't D here? Yeah, you try. If D is here, D must be facing center. The neighbor should be facing outside. The neighbor should be facing outside and F is immediate neighbor of D. F is immediate neighbor of D. I'm just giving you the other choice also. Okay, why can't it is previous one? Okay, why there is there any mistake or not? We'll check once. Okay. Next one okay, we need is C and G must be neighbors. G is second to the left of A. C and G neighbors means they should be here. C and G should be here. If I take A here, A must be here. Right will be this. This is right slot, not left slot. G is second to the left of A. So if you fill F and D here, C and G will occupy in this place. C and G will occupy this place. And this is already facing towards center. Right will be this place. I want G is left of A. Trial and error will fail if I occupy D here. D occupied here. Or maybe some people say D will be here, sir. You take any go. Okay, you just try. D here failed. Then try D here also. Some people worry about, sir, why can't D here? You try all the possibilities. D is facing center. This is outside. This is outside. Okay, this should be F only. And again, G and C should take these slots. Okay, they are neighbors. A right side only, G and C will come. So that's the issue. Okay, A right side will be G and C will come. But we want A left side is G. So that's the problem. Why it is suitable only here? Trial and error. You just recall the procedure we given. You need to do trial and error. Okay, first we need to see whether D can be occupied in this place or this place or this place, like that. We need to verify. Finally, only thing fit for us is D should occupy this place. Sir, who are facing towards the center cannot be determined. List of the people facing outside. Only 3 people we know. One more person is from BCG. We don't have that information. Who among that? Right? So you see the question. That question is completed already. We use all the information. Right. So one question, bit tricky question. This is taking time, no problem. Okay, this is bit tricky one. Let's take time, no issues. Right. Now let's see about the next one. Yeah, square table. Now these people are facing towards the center by default. We can consider as we discussed earlier. We have 8 people sitting at a square table. So 8 people, how square possible means you can take center of the square and corners also. If you look into the corners and center all together, we have 8 people. That's not a problem. We can take that center also. Now try this question, square table, 8 people to be arranged. All by default you can consider facing towards center. Don't worry about square is a bit new question, nothing like that. See, it's almost similar to circle where 8 people are facing towards the center. We discussed circle question already in previous session. where people are facing towards center. This is also square facing towards the center. We can consider. And listen, one important thing you need to be worried is diagonal. Diagonally opposite, they'll use the word. So these are the diagonal slots. I hope everybody know. Diagonal opposite means this is the one. Opposite means the remaining all we can take, but diagonal opposite is this dot things. Okay, this dash with dot is what we can consider as a diagonally opposite. Diagonally opposite. Right, now let's see about the question, what they given. Tina is sitting opposite Urmila, who is sitting between Sharda and Nita. And I hope you know when they use the word who, okay, this Sharda and Nita will comes under what? Urmila, because of the word who, this Sharda and Nita will be related to Urmila. Sharda is diagonal opposed to Priya, who is sitting to the right of Vijaya. My dear friends, if you recall, in closed arrangements, right can be taken as immediate right, left can be taken as immediate left. Priya, who is sitting to the right of Vijaya, in closed arrangements, okay, by default we should consider facing towards the center. Equal distance should be maintained. Right means immediate right we can consider. And here Vijay is facing Madhu, who is right of Rita. This is okay because of the word who. Madhu. Madhu is right of Rita, we can consider. Priya is right of Vijaya. Madhu is right of Rita. Here Urmila is between Sharda and Nita. Right means immediate right we should consider. Okay. Now which person is more in discussion? We need to arrange that person first. Right. That's what we already have a discussion. Frequently used. I can see Vijaya in the two times in sentence. Vijaya. Let me arrange Vijaya somewhere because Vijaya is there couple of times in the question. So I'll put Vijaya first. Vijaya opposite is Madhu. Okay. Vijaya facing Madhu. Vijaya I'm taking here. Vijaya is facing Madhu. Madhu is right of Rita. Madhu is right of Rita means immediate right of Rita. So right Rita should be here. Rita right side is Madhu. When you are facing towards the center, right is this. Madhu is right of Rita. I taken Vijay into consideration because Vijay is the first person who is in the discussion here. So I should take Vijaya first. So next one, Sharda is directly opposed to Priya. Priya is right of Vijaya. Priya is right of Vijaya. Vijaya right side is Priya. Vijaya right side is Priya. Priya diagonally opposite is Sharda. If you see the question, Priya diagonally opposite. Sharda and Priya is diagonal opposite. When Priya here, Sharda should be here. Diagonal opposite, fine. Priya is right of Vijaya. Priya is right of Vijaya. Okay, fine. That also completed. Priya is right of Vijaya. Now finally, one statement left over is Tina is opposed to Urmila. Urmila is between Sharda and Nita. Urmila is between Sharda and Nita. Urmila is opposed to Tina. Urmila is opposed to Tina. Urmila is between Sharda and Nita. Sharda already fixed here because Priya diagonal opposite is Sharda. So Urmila other side should be Nita. So this is the entire diagram. One by one we need to map and they'll ask plenty of questions here. Generally in other companies they'll ask 4 to 5 questions. I given only one here. Nita diagonally opposite, who is the person? Nita diagonally opposite, who is the person? So if Nita goes diagonally opposite, the person is nothing but Rita. Okay, so Nita diagonally opposite is Rita. Check this. Okay. Now see the next question. So we are done with Row arrangement questions were done with square table, circle, square and circle almost, and facing towards center, facing outside combination. Okay, hexagon table also completed. Next one is related to puzzle arrangements, or sometimes we can call it like table arrangements also. Puzzle arrangements, or else we can consider it say okay, table arrangements. Why table arrangements, sir? So all this data we need to put into a table. Here, this is the entire question. Okay, question given in ESC exam, engineering service exam, they given the same question. Madhu and Shobha are good in dramatics and computer science. Anjali and Madhu are good in computer science and physics. Anjali, Poonam and Nisha are good in physics and history. Nisha and Anjali are good in physics and mathematics. Poonam and Shobha are good in history and dramatics. Now you need to decide which person is good in history, physics, computer science and mathematics. Okay, so doing this question directly is a bit difficult. So you can just prepare a table. How said? You just mention the subject's name. So I think dramatics is one of the subject, computer science, and I see about mathematics. The other subjects are history, physics, science. History, physics. Is it computer science or simple science? Yes, that's it, computer science. Dramatics, physics, mathematics, history. Yeah. Now here we write the people. Okay, Madhu and Shobha. First Madhu and Shobha. Madhu. I'm writing simple man. Shobha SHO Shobha. Okay, so Madhu and Shobha is good in dramatics and computer science. So dramatics and computer science. So tick mark for that. Next, who is the next candidate? Anjali and Madhu. Anjali and Madhu. So Madhu already there. Now Anjali is the new person. They are good in which subjects? Anjali and Madhu are good in computer science and physics. Computer science and physics. Computer science. Madhu and Anjali are good in computer science and physics. Like this, we are preparing a table. Next one, Anjali, Poonam and Nisha. Poonam and Nisha are new candidates. Poonam and Nisha. Anjali, Poonam and Nisha are good in physics and history. Physics and history. So last two, physics and history, physics and history. Last two columns are related to physics and history actually. Yeah. So physics and history, Anjali, Poonam, Nisha. Right. Next one, Nisha and Anjali are good in physics and mathematics. Physics and mathematics. Okay, Poonam and Anjali are physics and mathematics. So physics is last column, maths is third column. So physics and mathematics, these two people are taking care. So fine. So mathematics. Anjali and Nisha are good in. Sorry. Yeah, Anjali and Nisha are good in physics and mathematics, not Poonam. Poonam, no, right? Poonam, not here. Finally, Poonam and Shobha are good in history and dramatics. Poonam and Shobha, history and dramatics. Poonam and Shobha, history and dramatics. So history, okay, dramatics. Okay. Poonam and Shobha, history and dramatics. Now, finally, the question is, who is good in history, physics, computer science, and mathematics? Is Anjali. If you see Anjali not good in dramatics, remaining all okay. You can see history, mathematics, physics, computer science, good for Anjali only. Anjali is good in that four subjects, or at least you see only person who is good in four subjects is Anjali. They given four subjects listed. Other than dramatics, that's Anjali. See, like this, you need to prepare a table. That's why we call it like a table arrangements or puzzle arrangements. One more question in similar fashion. Okay, you have a big paragraph. As everyone have a booklet, please look into that entire question. This is the entire question. I think these first two lines are not that much important. So they given only six people are there or six teachers are there in the school. They want to teach six subjects, one compulsory and one optional. Six teachers are there. Okay, they want to teach two subjects, one compulsory and one optional. Now this is the important paragraph. Okay, which person, which subject we need to map. I'll just create a table for you. So you have six teachers, A, B, C, D, E, F. Every teacher is teaching two subjects, one compulsory subject, one optional subject. Okay. Now your job is to prepare a table which person compulsory subject is what, which person optional subject is what. You need to map all the data into this table. So we have a data, that's what you need to map all those data into table. Okay, so we call it like fuzzle arrangements. And once the table is completed, they'll ask plenty of questions. Here, maybe we asked only one question to practice more other different things, but they'll ask many questions related to this. As usual, first go for the direct information. In question, is there any direct info? First fill the details. Then go for the connected information or related information. First direct information I'm attacking. I'll show what is the direct info here. These are the six people. Okay, one compulsory, one optional. This is the entire paragraph. Above is only related to that. Below paragraph is important. Now, see, I'm underlining the direct information. D's optional subject was history. I can fill that optional subject slot. D's optional subject was history. So this should be filled with history. Okay, so slot is completed. D's optional subject history. Very good. Next one, three other people have history as compulsory. Okay, who is the three other people? While three other people have it as compulsory subject, who is the three other people? That's the question, right? Leave. We don't have info, leave it. E and F has physics as one of their subjects. Okay, whether it is compulsory or optional, we don't have information, right? One of their subjects as optional, but fine. So, which is compulsory, which is optional, we don't have info. That also leave. Here I have a direct information. F compulsory subject. F compulsory subject is mathematics. So F compulsory subject is mathematics. Fill that slot. F compulsory is maths. Fine. While C and D is having it as optional subject, which is optional subject for C and D. I'll let you know. I'll go back and show. They said which is optional subject for C and D also. Listen, see, this mathematics is an optional subject of both C and D. So F compulsory subject slot filled, optional for C and D also filled. Right. Now go back one step back if you move. E and F has physics as one of their subjects. See, they don't give statements in sequence. Don't expect the statements in sequence. F compulsory subject is maths, okay. And the same math subject is optional for both C and D. Right, okay. Now they given E and F as one of their subjects as physics. Now, one subject is already filled, other subject we can occupy with physics. Initially, both slots are empty, which is physics for E optional or compulsory is a doubt. Now, no doubt we can fill that slot easily. E, physics here, right? Okay, physics, that's not completed. Next, history and English are A subject, but in terms of optional or compulsory, it is reverse of D. Means A and D is having same subjects, history and English. A and D is having same subjects, history and English. A and D. Okay. D is optional for history. History is optional for D. So it should be compulsory for A. And the other subject is English. English must be there. So here also English. So optional for A and D. D is optional is history, that is A compulsory. D compulsory English, A optional is English. History and English are E&D subjects, but optional and compulsory are reverse. As already this is filled, now we can put reverse for A. Next, B and C yet to complete. Chemistry is optional subject for only one of them. So for only one person, chemistry is optional subject. Yeah, in fact, only one slot is left over optional. That must be filled for chemistry. Chemistry, this is the scenario. B, optional must be chemistry filled. Right. So next one, the only female teacher in the school has English as her compulsory subject. So only one female teacher is there. Who is that? Is English compulsory. English compulsory is D. So D must be the female teacher. Right. So they may ask you the question: who is the female teacher? Who is having chemistry as optional subject? They can ask questions like this. Okay. And now finally B and C, these two slots are empty. Sir, entire question completed. No, one information we left. I didn't underline one information. Here you see this one. Three others have it as compulsory subject. What is that three others? History. History should be compulsory for three people. Compulsory for three people. History is compulsory subject for three people. History compulsory only for one. It should be for three people. Means B and C must be history only. B and C must take history. So three people who is having history as compulsory subject, they'll ask question like that also. What is C compulsory subject is history, that can be solved once all these are completed. I given only one question here. Okay, C compulsory subject, that was nothing but history, that you can solve only when all this arrangement is completed. So what type of questions you people can expect is, as I mentioned, chemistry is optional subject for which person? Okay, who is the female teacher? They can ask questions like that, right? Okay, fine. So let's see about next one. Hope you are understand this entire seating arrangements. In the seating arrangements, we discussed about row arrangement. Particularly, we discussed more about single row. Parallel row is two single rows in opposite direction. One facing north, one facing south, that you can do anyhow. Once you know single row properly, you can understand parallel row. Next we focused is on circle, we discussed facing towards center, facing outside as well. Square we discussed arrangement related to hexagon. They can ask related to triangle also, but this is the stuff which we completed so far. And the other third one related is okay, table arrangement or puzzle arrangements. The basic word is puzzle arrangement, but the entire data we need to map into table. Right, so I hope you understand this